Baby, a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise.
Alright viewers, welcome back to another massive week of the Weekly Wrap. Round 4, believe it or not, is gone and dusted, guys. Thanks again. I'll tell you what, you are looking very new today, guys. What is going on? It's not the legs?
No, it's not the legs, but I can tell you what, I've seen a specialist, a vet.
A vet?
A vet.
Oh, a vet?
A vet. Red Dog showed me the groomer that he usually goes to, so...
Very nice. Didn't come in one of those hydro wash. It wasn't hydro dog wash or something. One of those ones.
They're very special to the heart there.
So looking very good, guys. You know, we've lost the mop, which is a bit disappointing. You've lost the hair on your head, lost the hair on your legs. You must be a new man.
I am. Feel 10 times lighter. Could beat Usain Bolt.
There you go. Look out. We'll get that going for you viewers. As we said, round 4 is gone and completed. Believe it or not, we're through the halfway point of the season. I tell you what, it's been magnificent so far. Looking at the ladders, it is incredibly close how it has turned out so far. Everyone is still a chance of moving around that ladder dramatically. So it's one game can nearly put you into from bottom. One game can nearly put you from bottom of the ladder, 10th position, all the way into 4th or 5th position. So absolutely magnificent out there how close it is. So also, guys, I believe we had the certainties played last week. Unfortunately, I had to play for Dark Horse and make them win, which was your certainty. So no wonder why you backed them in, because the big Red Dog just decided not to show up. I don't know why that was. I did send him a message say that the 5-0 first win, so hopefully you're watching this, mate, and you realise that they didn't beat you. And I did play for Dark Horse, which I said I played for
very well
first as well. So that was, you got it very easily for you, but what happened down at Looney Tunes? Looney Tunes, for some reason, I don't know, I reckon there's some match fixing going on here. We had the big, 10 kill win first up, and then the second game, it just went to water and it ended up with a draw. So we went back on the archives, we went through all the files, and a draw still means it's a loss. So that's me. I've been done with the certainty. So Josh, you want to read through the dare what I have to do this week?
You have to wear makeup during the wrap-up. So we've got the lipstick.
So pretty much what we're going to do, we're going to go through the results of this round, go through the ladder. Before we get into our tips and our certainties, we're going to go for a short break, and apparently that I've got to put on some beautiful red lipstick. Now, I believe red brings out the colour in my eyes, so I think it could work well. It is brought to you by BYS Lipstick 3G. Alright, so really looking forward to putting the Crimson Joy on for the first time in my life, red lipstick. So there we go. So that is tough gig, getting a draw and copying that, I believe. So, but look, that is what we do for you viewers at home. We make fun of ourselves to make you laugh at home. So there you go. All right, guys, let's get into the big round 4. First game we had was the Elite Strikers versus the Sharpshooters. Now this was a very interesting game. First game we had the Sharpshooters winning 49-30. Second game, it was turned right around. We had, well, I'll tell you what, this game was very, very close until about the last minute, then all of a sudden it blew out with a big win to the Elite Strikers, 36-24. So both of them getting a win there, which is absolutely magnificent. Second game, Ghost.
Alright, so this is the one that I had been waiting for, the Looney Tunes versus Adrenaline. So the first game went like this, Looney Tunes getting 40 kills and Adrenaline getting 30 kills. And in the second game, as you said, the second game was a draw. So
it was, and to be honest, it was a very, very... Adrenaline did have the win by about 4. All of a sudden, the Looney Tunes come through with a big sweep, knocked out the whole team in one hit. Looney Tunes did have a guy down there. I reckon if there was another 5 or 10 seconds, was Ash down there, I believe. If there was another 5 seconds or probably 10 seconds in the game, I believe they would have got the win. Wow.
Well, the way that I saw it, he came in and started trying to shoot one of the guys who was having trouble respawning. So if he respawned, that would have been game over, Looney Tunes win. But unfortunately, It's just luck on my part.
Well, there you go. You should be pressing the red button instead of the black button. And there's a tip for the future. There you go. That was a magnificent end to that game. So very well done to both teams there. Third game, we had the 5-0 versus Dark Horse. Now this was a really good game. Look, I think the results are wrong in there.
I believe they are.
I believe that would have been 21. Oh, sorry guys, we're just speaking out loud here. We've got a draw written down here, which is not the right result. First game was very, very close between these two. I believe the 5-0 first got up at one stage. Was very, very close. Dark Horse finish them off at the end though, getting the win 21-30. So magnificent effort to the Dark Horse mob. Second game, Dark Horse got out to a pretty easy lead at the start and then held it off and got away with a 28-19 win. So
denying them the bonus point there as well.
Denying the bonus point, which is pretty critical when you look at the ladder. So very well done to Dark Horse, getting the double win, and for them, putting themselves very, very close to top position on the ladder. So only 1 point in it. Fourth game, guys, I'll leave that to you. The Band of Brothers versus Skilled. This was a massive game for everyone to watch.
Oh, it was a massive game. So the first
Believe it or not, actually, before we get started, Skilled were at their best. They were whingy. Believe it or not, they were sooking, they were whinging out in the battlefield. I heard the words of cheats at stages. Believe it or not, guys, read out these scores. This is a very interesting one.
So there was always a win and a loss with this one, and unfortunately, Band of Brothers didn't even show up.
They didn't even. So you're telling me Band of Brothers forfeited both games, so there was a win to Skilled, but yet there was still the sooking, the whinging, and the cries of cheats.
Don't worry, we still got them the box of Kleenex to comfort themselves.
Well, look, they are living up to their name. Win or lose, points on the line or not, they are living up to their name. So very lucky to Skilled. Unfortunately, Band of Brothers, they did have a few people unwell. Couldn't get the numbers, so unfortunately they have to forfeit this round. So hopefully they're all getting better. Hopefully they're sitting at home waiting for this big weekly wrap. Even though it's going to be a day late, unfortunately, but hopefully they're sitting there and they're all feeling better and get into a big week, big round 5. Get into the last game. We had the Green Battalion versus Lara Seals. Now, first game was very close. We had the result of 23-21 with Lara Seals getting their first win in the big time against the Green Battalion. A very, very close game, both getting the bonus point each there, so magnificent effort to them. Second game, I tell you what, they have just gone, they've had a taste of the win and they've got the double. They've come out with a 35-24 win, so fantastic effort. Lara Seals getting their first 2 wins ever at Geelong Claymores and cementing their spot up the ladder from second last all the way up to 7th position. So fantastic effort to them. So that was a magnificent game. I wasn't out there for the Ghost, but for that game, Ghost. But look, the first game looked like it was a pretty close one.
Yeah, it was very close. It was almost kill for kill most of it, and then one would just jump up in the lead. Next one would jump up in the lead, and then it would come close. And as you can see by the scores, very, very, very close end to it. So
it was. So that's a magnificent effort to those guys, and it just shows how close the competition is and how important those bonus points are as well. So let's get into the ladder. Alright, I'm going to go through the top 5 Ghosts. I'll leave you with the bottom 5. So first on the ladder we've got Skilled, only just on a total of 32 points with a percentage of 156. Second spot, knocking on the door, is Dark Horse on 31 points with a percentage of 126, so only 1 point behind the arch enemy there. So the two sides from last year show them why they were in the grand final last year, up the top again. Third place we had Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes are on 25 points with a percentage of 110, so magnificent effort to them. Lucky the draw hasn't cost them any positions, only just though. Sharpshooters, 24 points, so only 1 behind them with a percentage of 116. So very well done to the Sharpshooters. They're playing really well for an under 14 side, just sticking it out right up there in the top 5. Elite Strikers, after their win, they've jumped up into 5th position, so magnificent effort to them. They're on 20 points with a percentage of 102. We'll get on to 6th position, Ghost.
Alright, so in 6th position we have Adrenaline, also on 20 points. So this is where the percentage comes into play, and they are on 86%. So very, very close between them. So
yeah, exactly right, and that just shows probably where the bonus point could come in very
exactly.
handy. So
in 7th place we have the Lara Seals. They are on 17 points with a kill percentage of 92.
it's a really good percentage for the young guys as well. So it just shows that they're nearly hit for kills. So very well done to them, jumping up the ladder a bit, the under 14 side.
Yep, and in 8th position is the Band of Brothers on 16 points with a 91 kill percentage. So as you can see, the ladder has changed every single week, and Band of Brothers, who were second on the ladder, have just dropped down a fair mile. So
yeah, exactly right, and I think the old forfeit could have cost them there, because you know, Band of Brothers, they're a team that like to go after the opposition. There's no doubt about that. And even though they were playing skill, they may have lost the game, but look, I dare say that they would have got at least 2 bonus points, which would have actually jumped them up into 7th position. So could be costly come to the end of the year for the Band of Brothers.
Alright, so in 9th position we have the 501st on 15 points and 93 kill percentage.
Do you think there's an absolute magnet at the bottom of this ladder which just wants to, it just attracts to the 501st?
There must be. There has to be.
Because, I don't know, I've played with them a couple of times this season. They're having a great season. They're playing really well.
They're going really good.
They're going really well, but for some reason, they just love to be at the bottom of the ladder. I don't know what it is, but look, I reckon, I suppose when you look at the ladder, one win and they jump up into 4th. You know, one double win for 1 week, they win next round. You know, potentially they could jump up into 4th position. That's how close it is. 9th position to 4th position in 1 round. So, last position, Ghost.
That is the Green Battalion. They have a total of 11 points and also a kill percentage of 76. Yes. So
yes, they're still hanging around. That's good to see them this week. Unfortunately, in the secure and hold, they did have to forfeit not to have enough players. But look, they come in. They told me they got flogged again, which I found really surprising when I looked at the results and saw the 21 to 23. These guys, I think, just need to give themselves be confident. Yeah, exactly right. They're thereabouts, you know. So keep trying, guys. You know, obviously you've already got the win already, so you know that's a magnificent effort in itself. So keep your heads up. You're not far from it. You know, you can lose by 2. I tell you what, it's definitely not the end of the world. When you start losing by 20, 30 kills, that's when I want you to walk in the office and say we've had a shock, alright? But at the moment, you're doing magnificent, so stick with it, guys. Alright, guys, well that is round 4 all wrapped up. I believe we are going to go to a short break. This is the moment everyone's been waiting for. The beautiful red lipstick, my favourite colour. Will really match the shirt, actually, which is fantastic. Beautiful laser strike shirt, as you can see. Alright, we're going to go to a short break. I'll be back with the beautiful lipstick, and we are going to get into next week's games and pick our certainties. Obviously, only 4 rounds to go. The big teams have been selected, so it's going to come down very, very close those last couple of rounds with the dares. So looking forward to that. But we'll be back in a short break. See you in a second. Alright, welcome back after that short break. As you can see, I've just gone and applied the lipstick. First time ever in my life that I've had to put the lipstick on. Ghost actually said, put it on your nose as well. So we put it on my nose. Looking like a clown now. As you can see, trying to get out. Trying to get out of the screen, but we can't, guys. So here we go. Alright, guys. I don't know how I'm going to cope with this. This is itching. It's not the best look. It's definitely not something I want my kids to see. So let's keep that away from them. First time in my life I've been put to shame. I've put lipstick on. So there you go. As I said, we do this for you. Make you laugh at home. So hopefully you enjoy it. So be grateful. As you see, Ghost gets absolutely penalised last week with the waxing. Me, the embarrassment of putting lipstick on for the first time in my life. Something that I will not be ever doing again, hopefully, anyway. So, anyway, guys, let's get on to the big round 5. Round 5, we're going to see some cracking games. First of all, obviously, I get to pick my certainty this week, as I was the loser of last week. But we'll go through the games first, and then we'll pick the certainties at the end. So the first game we have next week is Looney Tunes versus the Sharpshooters. Really looking forward to this game. Sharpshooters are playing some really good skirmish at the moment. Some really good clan wars. So obviously Looney Tunes come in a draw with Adrenaline, the other under 14 side. So look, I'm going to pick Looney Tunes in a close one.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that the Sharpshooters have got what it takes to topple the, I believe, 3rd place runners from last season.
Yep.
So I'll have to say Sharpshooters in a very close one as well. But yeah,
You're going to Sharpshooters.
I'm going Sharpshooters.
I'm going Looney Tunes. I think Looney Tunes, they're going to come out all guns blazing, especially after the draw last week. I think they're going to get over. So there we go. There's a bit of an interesting one. You Sharpshooters, me Looney Tunes. Next one we have Skilled versus the Green Battalion. I have to say, I think, as we were mentioning before, this might be the one where the Green Battalion come in and say we've had a shocker. I think Skilled will get over the line pretty easy in this one. But look, Green Battalion will definitely put up a fight. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's what I reckon as well. Skilled, I reckon they're just going to topple the Green Battalion, but I reckon Green Battalion should just get in there, guns blazing, get those kills in, and get those bonus points in while they can.
Exactly right. Especially games against, as you're saying, especially games like this, just go after them, have a crack. Or you could actually do a Dark Horse tail. Now it's probably a destroyer tactic. Just hide in the back corner. Wait for them to come to you and then just pop them off. Try to think outside the square with these guys. I'll tell you what, they hate campers. Absolutely hate campers. So if you want to annoy them, get them off their nerves. Why not camp? Why not have a crack at it? Try something different. Give them something what they don't usually do. But totally up to you how you want to do it. Just try to think of a plan before you get out there. Next game we have the Elite Strikers versus the 501st. Now this is going to be a real interesting game, I believe. Both playing magnificent at the moment. I'm going to go... Oh, Jesus, I don't think I can... I reckon they're going to win one game each. That is my tip. They will win one game each.
Well, I reckon that the Elite Strikers have got what... Again, they're a really, really good side. They're proving it time and time again. Last week, bit of a mishap. I reckon they had a bit of a shocker.
Yep.
So I would probably pick Elite Strikers and maybe a draw even. So I reckon there could be a draw in the midst there. So
yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to be
very close, that one.
I'd have to say that one's definitely going to be match of the round, I believe. So
yeah.
Really looking forward to that one. Next game we have is Band of Brothers versus the Lara Seals. Now this will be very interesting. I guess it all comes down to if the Band of Brothers have the players on the field. But Lara Seals, as you can see, after tasting the win last week, they're up and about. But I believe the Band of Brothers will be right to go this week, and I think they'll, just by their experience, they'll get over the line. But they definitely will be another close game.
Yeah, no, they definitely, I reckon they'll definitely have it, but again, it's the players. The need for the numbers of the players is what I reckon is going to potentially bring them down with this. But if they've got a full team, or at least 4 players, I reckon Band of Brothers will get over the line then.
Yep. Next one we have is the Dark Horse versus Adrenaline. This is another good game, I believe.
Red Dog versus the Ferg, more likely.
Yeah, the old arch enemies of themselves, the Ferg versus Red Dog. Well, that's if Red Dog turns up.
Yeah.
I think last week he was a bit scared, and I believe that the Ferg may even scare him off again. So Dark Horse is going to get the job done, I believe, in that one, in a very, very close one. Adrenaline, they're playing some really good skirmish as well at the moment, the kids, especially after that secure and hold. I think the Sharpshooters probably didn't have the best secure and hold, but they've been magnificent out of that. But since the secure and hold, Adrenaline and Lara Seals, they've just taken the next step in their season. They've been magnificent coming out of that. So I think it's stepped them in good stead for the rest of the season. So I'm going to pick Dark Horse, only by I reckon 5 kills. So it'll be a very, very close game.
Yeah, I reckon Dark Horse will get over the line with this one. very, very competitive side, as they prove time and time again. They are coming second on the ladder, but again, Adrenaline, they've been showing some quality skirmish out there. They're really playing their hearts out, and they're really showing that they've really got what it takes to be a top side. So,
Yep.
But again, dark horse only through experience. I reckon they'll take it, but it's going to be a very, very close game.
Very good. All right, guys, I guess we better get on to our certainty. So at the moment, I cannot pick Looney Tunes again. I cannot pick Elite Strikers, and I cannot pick Dark Horse. So I tell you what, it makes it very, very interesting round. Ghost, you cannot pick Skilled, you cannot pick Band of Brothers, and you cannot pick Dark Horse. So, look, it's going to be an interesting one for you too. Really looking forward to this. Look, I'm going to have to go. I tell you what, this is a very interesting one. I'm going to go Band of Brothers. I think the Band of Brothers team, they better turn up, otherwise I'm going to drag them down here. So Band of Brothers, I'm going to pick for my certainty this week, Ghost. Who are you going to pick?
I'm going to pick for a close one. I really just like, after the last couple of weeks, I like living it on the edge a bit. I'm going to say Elite Strikers. I'm gonna pick Elite Strikers for this one, just to make it interesting, just to make it a really, really close to the line sort of thing. So
Yep.
Why not?
Waxing your eyebrows next? Definitely not doing that. Well,
we learn our lessons from that.
Yeah, we'll have to work out the dads. If you got any suggestions, guys, please send them in to us. And we're running out already. We've already had to do the old leg waxing, and the most embarrassing moment of my life, putting on lipstick.
Also,
So,
Mitch, stop messaging in telling me to take my shirt off. Not gonna happen.
is he now private messaging you?
Oh no. I think he means it just with the look. So.
Oh, jeez, that's breaking news. Mitch is now private messaging Ghost on Facebook saying, "Can you please take your shirt off?" Now it's public. This could be very interesting. So, Mitch, please stop harassing my staff, Ghost, the number one referee in Geelong. All right, we need him to turn up every week. We don't want him to get scared and stay at home because you're expecting him to take his shirt off every time you see him. All right, so please don't ask for that anymore, Mitch. Otherwise, we're going to have to ban you. All right, and don't start sooking over it either. All right, so that is pretty much it. You're with the Elite Strikers. I'm with the Band of Brothers, so it's going to be a very interesting round again. Really looking forward to it. As we went through, the results are going to be very, very close. Unfortunately, we couldn't get anyone in for our as a guest this week. So, also what we're going to do, Ghost, we've got obviously young Benjamin, the hot shot Walker. He's run a bit of a poll last week on the Facebook site, which was, what do you prefer playing in the daylight or the dark? Now, what we are going to do, just to make it interesting, get you guys involved at home. Alright, we're going to put on a poll every week and announce it obviously on the show. So, Hot Shot, you've got a job to do, mate, to put up the next poll. But this week's poll was the dark or daylight, which do you prefer? 10 people come out and said the dark was what they preferred, to only 6 people saying the daylight. So, very surprising result that one, goes.
Definitely very surprising. I'm one of the daylight because I started in the daylight. I've played mostly in the daylight, but I don't mind the dark, and it proves just with the poll, a lot of people like the dark as well.
Exactly right. Go with the numbers. That's what I say. Go what the people want. So, very interesting result. Look, I put myself down for the dark, but me personally, dark, light, I don't care what it is, mate. As long as I'm out there having fun and having fun, that is what I'm all about. I do enjoy the dark though. Especially last week, I just found some great moves, moving up in shadows, crawling out in the middle of the open in a shadow without being seen. I thought it was quite unique, mate. I really enjoyed that. But the daylight, look, as I said, I enjoyed playing that. So let's get on to next week's poll, guys. We had a bit of a think of what it could be. Look, guys, we're happy for you to suggest as well if you want any polls up. But what we've got, for last season, obviously we had the Sunday and the Tuesday comps. Alright, we had 2 MVPs. So this one is going to be, who do you think was the best MVP last year? Was it A, Ben Hot Shot Walker, or B, the mighty, the all greatest Destroyer. Alright, so what we want you to do, Benny, you're going to put that poll up tomorrow for us, mate. So make sure you do that. Everyone get voting, alright. And we'll see who the people's choice at the end. So as we said, we'll do a poll every week, just a bit of fun. Get you involved, alright. So if you've got any suggestions for polls, by all means chuck them in. And obviously, as mentioned before, any dares or anything like that for the certainties, make sure you chuck them in as well. Alright, but that is it for round 4, guys. I have to say, thanks for turning up again, mate. You've been absolutely magnificent. At least this week you look magnificent as well. Alright, so thanks for coming, guys. See you next week. Big round 5. Get on the Banded Brothers. Let's hopefully they get a win. Thanks very much for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. See ya.
See ya.
Nobody here knocking at my door. The sound of silence I can't take anymore. Nobody ringing my telephone now. Oh, how I miss such a beautiful sound.